I'm here with Cindy Royal. Full disclosure, Cindy is a former professor of mine in the graduate program at Texas State University in San Marcos. Cindy is a professor of journalism and mass communication. Just tell me some of the courses that you've taught.
Well, first of all, I feel like this is my office hours. That you're stopping by for us to just chat about your project or something. But as you know, I teach web design. I teach at undergrad and grad level, and I teach some conceptual courses. I teach this class called Social Media at Work. I teach a grad class called Issues in New Media. And I think you talked about that one as well. Mm-hmm. And the class that I'm with here at South by Southwest is my advanced online media class. And that class really kind of pushes students more into the programming realm, but also part of the class is coming to South by and doing coverage on our website. Can I plug the website?
Oh, absolutely.
SXSW.com. So if you go out there, you can see all the different interviews and panel coverage that the students have been doing this week. My panel on Tuesday is about musicians using location-based services, and I really think the future of that is that a band-based app would have a location platform in it of some sort where people could check in at shows or check in when they bought tickets or something like that. I mean, any way you can engage fans, because that is what bands want now. They want fans that are involved with them. They're coming to their shows, they are telling their friends about them, and they're sharing it on social media. Let them do the marketing for you. That's a little bit about what we're going to talk about on Tuesday. But really any of these social media platforms, whether it's location-based or Twitter or, Pledge Music, Kickstarter, getting people to kick in money to support your CD or something. I think there's plenty of opportunity for bands to kind of forge a small but lucrative fan following.
One more thing I wanted to speak about. Cindy's somewhat has some notoriety because of an occurrence with Wired magazine a few months ago that I guess it became national, right? Tell us what happened there.
I kind of had international hits, I think, on it.
Yeah.
I am a big fan, or had been a big fan of Wired for years. As you know from being in my classes, I use Wired articles a lot as teaching resources.
And Chris Anderson is such a huge name.
Right, and we actually interviewed Chris Anderson. John Zemickley interviewed Chris Anderson at South by Southwest one year, so that was a highlight. It is big. And so big fan of Wired, but it always had this sort of aching feeling about the gender representations in the magazine, particularly the covers. They just don't put women on the cover, or if they do, they're sort of sexualized, very buxom cartoon women, or maybe actresses that are very sexy, that are representing a film that the geeks think are cool or something. So it was, last semester, last fall sometime, like September or October, the issue had just a pair of breasts on the cover. And I opened up my mailbox. Yeah, you probably saw that one. Yeah. I opened up my mailbox and I'm like, are you kidding me, Wired? Really? Do you want me to drop my subscription? And over the course of a few days, I just started having this feeling like someone I loved had let me down, like for the last time. So I concocted this idea to write a breakup letter to Wired on my blog. And this is a blog that gets no traffic. It's just when I have something to say about tech, I just stick it out there. Mm-hmm. There is no audience for that blog. And so I wrote this breakup letter, tweeted it out, probably put it on my Facebook, and it just spread virally. And I got 30,000 hits. I haven't checked it lately. There's probably more than that, but I got 30,000 hits in less than a week, over 300 comments on it. The very first day, I got a comment from Chris Anderson explaining why they had the breasts on the cover, which was in conjunction with a tissue engineering issue or article. And so he got involved in the conversation. I did a pointer chat. Somebody that was here at South by Southwest, Rachel Sklar, and I were on a pointer chat with one of the Wired editors, discussing it. And, my point wasn't just that one cover, but it was this pattern of representation of women that makes me hesitant to show it to young women in my classes. Like, it really makes them feel like this is a boys' club and technology is not for you, even if it's a subtle message that they're getting. Mm-hmm. The last time...
Well, obviously you weren't the only person that felt that way if you had that exposure so quickly.
I had mostly good comments. There was some flaming, but it was a small percent of the comments that I got. Mostly people were in support of it. But, I mean, it's just the last time a woman was on the cover of Wired that actually was somebody doing something in technology was 1996.
Wow.
That's a long time ago.
Yes.
So, I mean, Fast Company is another magazine. They feature women prominently. I know they're different than Wired in terms of they do profiles of people, where Wired does the big idea.
Right.
But Wired can do better. They're an influential publication. Their images have meaning. And I don't know. I mean, I was invited to be on a conference call with the Wired editorial team, and I was really happy to be able to do that. But I haven't really seen any positive results of that conversation yet.